So today's topic is oil system and complete outlet, that is sorry, complete layout, and we are going to study all the different types of components. We are not going to study them in detail. We are just going to understand what is the concept because you have already done the component in the hydraulic system also and fuel system also. So the most important component of any oil system should be oil tank. So let us understand what this oil tank means. Oil tank basically means there is one small tank in which we will preserve the oil. So if there is an oil, we require an outlet. So from the outlet, the oil will be taken in. So if we are taking the oil out from here, we also require an inlet. So this is the inlet. So from here, we will fill it. अगर आप oil भर रहे हो बेटा, तो you should also know what is the amount of the oil that has been filled into the oil tank. So for this reason, there are two types of things over here. One is you can either have a sight glass through which you can see the level of the oil. Okay, here there are three levels: low, medium, full. So what you have to do is you have to see what is the level, and according to that you have to take the action whether I will fill the oil or not. Okay, just beside the just at the inlet of the oil, there is a small scupper. What this will do is if you are filling the oil and suppose some of the amount of the oil drops from your hand, this oil will be collected over here and it will be drained out. Okay, it will not contaminate the entire area. Okay, or either you will have a side gas or you will have a dipstick. Okay, so this is a dipstick. What the dipstick does it is a simple kind of a device which is can be inserted inside this, which is always inserted inside this. When you when suppose there is an oil till this level, okay, the oil will mark over here. That means this part will become wet, this part will remain dry. You will have to remove this dipstick out and see what is the amount of the oil filled. On this dipstick, there are various marking given: fill this quantity, fill this quantity, fill this quantity, fill this quantity. So whenever he says that the oil tank is full, you will have to stop. So either you have a side glass or you have a dipstick. Okay, most of the cases we have a side glass. Dipstick is rarely used nowadays. Okay? Now, if there is an oil over here and oil has to be supplied positively forward, so what I will have to do ensure is that there is a positive pressure over here. If there is nothing over here, suppose that I keep a vacuum over here and I am keeping a pressure pump over here. Pressure pump will suck the liquid out from here. So when the pressure pump is sucking the liquid, what will happen is this tank will collapse because there is a vacuum here and you are trying to pull out and there is nothing to take the space of the oil. So what will happen is as soon as you create a pressure on the downside, the oil will start going out and this here, there will be low pressure created. So what will happen is the pump will get crushed like. To prevent this, what we do is at the filler, suppose this is a cap, at the top in the cap only, either I will have a very small vent. So this vent ensures that there is always some amount of the air pressure available over here. As well as what we do is the manufacturer, it takes the pressure from the compressor and he puts the pressure at the top of the tank. Okay, this pressure should not be more than 5 psi pressure. So we'll have the pressure reducing valve which will reduce the pressure to the 5 psi and that 5 psi pressure is available over here. Now, next thing that you have to remember, oil is a liquid. If you change the temperature, that is if you increase the temperature of the oil, what will happen is oil will expand. If you decrease the temperature of the oil will contract. So you have to take care of both the things. That means if there is a high temperature, I should not fill the tank completely. Otherwise, what will happen is, suppose I'm filling the tank till the mouth and the pressure temperature increases. As the temperature increases, oil will start to expand and there is no space for expansion. What will happen is this will damage the pump in this way. Expand, it will liquid will expand and it will damage the tank. So both the pressure have to be taken into consideration. If it has contracted, then what will happen is you will fill it, again the temperature increase, then it will again expand. So that problems can be created. To avoid this type of the problem, what we do is we keep the expansion space. This is a DGCA question. Expansion space is for any tank 2% of the tank capacity. That means if suppose this tank can hold 100 liter of the oil. I'm just taking an example. 100 liter hota nahi hai. Suppose it can hold 100 liter of the oil. Then 100 ka 2% is 2 liters. So you should have a gap of 2% over here. If it can store 1000 liter, I should have a gap of 2% of the 1000 is 20 liter gap. Understood? That is what is the expansion phase. This is asked in the DGCA, vent is asked in the DGCA, this pressure value is asked in the DGCA. Okay. and this side gauge is asked in the DGC. Side gauge is used to measure the amount of the oil present in the oil tank. That completes your, see, this one, second component is the pressure pump. Pressure pump, and we have to also study a scavenger pump. Pressure pump is the pump which is going to create the pressure in the oil system or tanks. There is a tank. From the tank, the oil will go into the pressure pump. Pressure pump will create the high pressure for the oil, and that high pressure goes into the downline in the oil system. Scavenger pump, what it will do is when you are putting the pressurized oil into the bearing, bearing को lubricate करेगा बेटा, right? As well as take the heat away from the bearing compartment. So it has to be removed out. That oil को remove करने के लिए we have got a scavenger pump. Both the pump are same type. It can be a gear type pump or it can be a G rotor type of the pump. We are just going to study gear type just for understanding purpose. G rotor आपका already hydraulics में हो चुका बेटा. Gear is also done, but I'm just doing it for a revision purpose. What will happen is the oil will come from the oil tank. It will enter the pump over here. The gears will rotate in such a direction. One is the driven gear, one is the driving gear. Driving gear is the one which is connected to the accessory gearbox. That means when it is rotate, it will also rotate this. So the motion is in the opposite direction to the direction of the fluid. Okay, many students make this mistake, so please ensure that the fluid will come over here, it rotate within this space, and from here it will go up. At any case, this is a positive displacement pump, right? So it irrespective of the back pressure, the liquid will be keep on transmitting, right? Pump will keep on pressurizing the liquid and keep on transmitting it into the downline. So if the pressure increases in the downline, there should be a pressure relief valve. So the high pressure happening over here will open this pressure relief valve, and this liquid from here can come back again into the inlet of the pump. That is how the pump. Okay, next type is the filter. Okay, in a filter we are going to study three types of the filter: cartridge type, screen type, and last one is a disc type. Okay, all of them will work in a similar function only. What happens is the oil will come from here. This is the filtering material. In this there is a cartridge, so the fluid will come over here, that is oil will come over here. From the outside it will have to go inside, and the clean oil will come from here and go into the outlet. This is a bypass valve. Pressure relief valve means a bypass valve. In case there is a clogging of the filter, my system should still be operating. So it will, what will happen is this will get clogged. The high pressure will open this valve, and from here the supply will go. Second type is the screen type filter. Same thing. Instead of having the cartridge, we have got a screen over here, which has got a mesh-like structure through which the oil can pass. And the third type is the screen disc type. Same way, beta. Oil will come from the fourth inlet. Yeah. Filter over. It goes into the disc. From here, it will go up. If there is a high pressure, that means if it is getting clogged, it will open a bypass valve from here. From here, it goes out. So that is how the pump is filter is working. What DGC will ask you. That is, this is the cartridge, this is the screen, this is the screen display. So main DGCA question is filtering is done from outside to inside. Second DGCA question is there is a bypass valve to ensure that if the filter is clogged, it will open and it will go. It will still supply the oil in the downline. And the third one, which is the most important one, is out of this three filter, this filter, that is a cartridge type of filter, has to be removed if it is getting clogged, has to be removed and thrown out, and a new filtering element has to be replaced. So in this case, the filtering element is replaced, removed, thrown out, second one is installed. Whereas in this two type, you don't have to throw it out. What you can do is, you can just ensure that cleaning is done. Proper cleaning karenge, and then what will next one is the bearing compartment. This is the most important one that we have to study. Okay, bearing compartment. In a bearing compartment, this is the bearing which has to be lubricated. Since it is rotating at a very high speed, what will happen is temperature will increase. So what I will do is, I will put the lubricating oil over here, try to reduce the temperature as well as try to take away the heat from this and give it some amount of lubrication. So what happens is, there are the oil jets. Can you see this? So after the pressure pump, the oil which was going ahead will come into the after the pressure pump, there is a filter. and from the filter it comes into the oil jet. From here the oil under the pressure will be thrown onto the bearing. It will lubricate the bearing. Okay, now this lubrication of the bearing, what will happen is the oil has to be taken back into the oil tank. So we have got a oil drain. So it will lubricate. From here it will be collect. In this you will see that the shaft is the rotating part, right? So if the shaft is the rotating part, there is a possibility that the oil may leak from here. Correct? Leakage is allowed only till a certain small amount of quantity, not a tremendous amount of quantity. Tremendous amount of quantity goes, then the oil system is not working. So in this place, small amount of leakage is possible. But how to make it, how to ensure that only there is a small amount of the leakage? For this, we have got a specialized seal called as a labyrinth seal. Can you see this type of seal? These are called as a labyrinth seal. What they do is they provide you with a what is mesh like structure. Okay, so what is the mesh, so not mesh, what we say bhul bhulaiya beta. So kya hota beta, it will come inside and there would be various paths that the oil has to take, different paths. Okay, and at the end of the path there is the air pressure which is acting. So the oil does not get a direction through which oil does not get a path through that it can follow and go out of the oil compartment. Okay, so only a small amount of the oil leaks from here. Understood? This labyrinth seal are called as a non-rubbing seal, and they allow only a certain amount of the oil leakage, which is good for us. Understood? Pressure is coming over here, it is applying the pressure over here, and there is a pressure port over here, which is ensuring that the oil is not leaked from here. That is what how the bearing compartment works.